Hello everyone on the interwebs. My name is Kotak, and today we're going to be watching a Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm replay between our red Protoss in the bottom right corner of the map. From Team Mouseports, it is Hasuobs versus our blue Zerg in the upper left corner of the map. Playing for Team Liquid, it is red. Now the map is indeed a Belshir Vestige, and what a cool matchup to be doing a ZvZ. I haven't done that in quite a while, but it's a ZvP. I mean, it's quite the awesome matchup to always do, especially with these two players. Now, like I said, the map is Belshir Vestige, a bit weird of a map. Doesn't lead to really long macro games, but it's still not that small of a map. Have kind of a 2 rush distance, 3 rush distance type of thing. You can pretty much attack from here, from this angle or this angle, which is pretty much the same thing around the watchtowers. You can attack through the sides to try and avoid the watchtowers, but you can also just destroy these rocks and attack straight through the middle. It's of course a shorter rush distance. In the early game, you don't need to worry about that, but it does open up a couple of possibilities during the mid to late game. Just destroy these rocks, and it's much quicker than going around here and going like this. It's way better to just go like this. Well, it's not way better. It's not that big of a deal, but it does help quite a lot. It can help for a couple of engagements here, for example. Seeing some scouting from Hasuobs. Liquid Rat is not doing that though. He's not scouting yet. But Hasu, our Protoss player, seems to be getting ready to expand here. He's readying up those minerals. 400, there he goes. He throws down the expansion. But so does Red, really. He's going for pretty much a normal type of deal. Around 14 pool, 15 hatch maybe. He's going for that early pool. Well, not early pool. Earlier than the hatchery, that's for sure. He didn't go hatchery first. He wasn't greedy to that point. An extractor here for our Zerg player, and an assimilator almost being done for our Protoss player. And he's doing a cybernetic score now after a gateway, so he just did the gateway, the cybernetic score first, and then he expanded. Some Zerglings are ready to do some scouting maybe, or maybe just protect, not just scouting for the pylons that might be here, that Hasuobs might just have thrown down, that kind of proxy pylon. But the probe is all the way here and no pylon in sight. But he is getting ready to do that right next to this foliage. Just prevent the sight from this side, and it's really far from this side up here. So it's actually well thought out how he actually is going to locate that. These Zerglings are still just scouting around. Is he actually doing it? He wants to know if there is actually any pylon whatsoever, but Red just deciding to just drone up, getting those guys on the minerals, and he is getting the Zergling speed, and he already took the guys off the gas, so he's really committed into the early on Zergling aggression. As Zealot here for Protoss player, just seeing the watchtower, seeing what's up around the area, nothing around, no Zerg presence. Report back to the base, no Zerg presence, and he's just going to keep on moving up to scout this hatchery, which is being thrown down for Red. So it's going to be a huge scouting advantage for Protoss player, for Hasuobs, because he knows just when that got planted right in the beginning of it being made, he knows that there's a hatchery third base for the Zerg player, and he doesn't like it that much, but he can find a way to actually punish it with the Forge here for the Protoss player, just getting ready to do those upgrades. Stalker here chasing this Overlord that's about to meet its doom. You might actually get some scouting information. Not allowed to. This sentry is also doing some damage, 6 damage per second, as it seems. So it will do a little bit of help to just throw it down, but there's a couple of Zerglings towards Red, towards Hasuobs. I mean, from Red, they're just moving across the map at such a rapid speed that going over here just going to poke around, do just one poke actually, but the Zealot here and the Mothership Core just took care of it easily, and the +1 attack for Hasuobs in the ground army, but 3 more gateways out here in the back, making it a total of, I can't even count, there's 3 there, 1 down here, so it's about 4 gateways, but still 2 bases, so we could add a couple more. And the gases and the double gas here, the cannon, the full warp gates are already done. Well, one of them is, the other 2 are about done, but Roach Warren from Red's not actually going to go for Mutalisk. It's actually pretty late to go for Mutalisk. He didn't do any sort of gas commitment early on to actually just proceed to the air army from the Zerg that has in their repertoire no sort of gas heavy units just so early on, to the point where they could actually do damage like the Mutalisk. So he's going to have to proceed to a bit of a Roach Hydralisk, maybe even some Swarm Hosts in the battle. But this gas is actually not being mined at all. The Paladin here in excellent position here to just do some more pins. And the army for Hasuobs is actually looking pretty consistent. Stalkers, one Stalker, but 7 Zealots, 8 Zealots out here in the back. They do a ton of damage versus Zerg tier 1 units like Zerglings and Roaches. I think that Red is going to be able to defend this just fine, but double Stargate for Hasu. Maybe just going for those Phoenixes or just the Void Rays versus the Roaches actually worked pretty well. But Red's just going for that Hydralisk early on. Now this attack is looking a bit more scarier from Hasu. It's doing that damage. A lot of the Zealots are almost dead, but they're still alive and kicking just butt for Red. He's just doing mass Zergling. He can't afford to make a lot of Roaches. He can't afford to make Roaches at all, pretty much. Just a couple, maybe 1 or 2 or 4. But that is all that he can do. The battle just continues. Red did find one of the Pylons. He still didn't find this one, or if he did, he's certainly not destroying it. Oh, he's going to scout it now. He's going to destroy it now. The Mothership Core just trying to get some hits. 2 Void Rays, not being Chrono boosted out, but still they're being pumped out. The Zealots here are just eating through the Zerglings. They do have upgrades. They have +1 attack, which is quite awesome. It really just helped them in that battle. Of course, the Zealots didn't survive, but it still did a lot of damage. It was very efficient trade. The Hydralisk then is now done. He's going to start pumping out those Hydralisk against those air units in the Mothership Core that's about to arrive. The Roach, he needs the Roaches there to just poke around better. He can't literally poke. He needs to actually have some sort of ranged units. The 2 Void Rays and the 2 Phoenixes are just poking in the base of Red. The hatchery here got spotted and cancelled, so it was a huge advantage for Hasuobs. He had that information, but the Hydralisks have just arrived and they're doing a bit of damage. They might even kill that 1 Phoenix. No, it actually managed to escape. The Hydralisk could, although, just chase those Void Rays. They could have chased them on the creep and just killed them, but he actually just didn't. Put more Hydralisk here. Just a bit misrallied, but 4 Phoenixes and 2 Void Rays. That ARM army is starting to look a bit scarier. Now he's starting to think, I'm going to actually move those Zerglings. He's trying to go for a counterattack, maybe on the expansion, but the 3rd expansion is not there. Red is actually over here. It's being thrown down, but Red doesn't suspect a thing. Not yet, at least. Nope. All he sees is the corner of the base. Not even the minerals, just a corner. Now the battle here is not looking very good for Red. A lot of Zerglings, but a lot of Zealots and Sentries. The Phoenixes are just killing Overlords at the entrance of the base. That's actually a huge disadvantage as Red is actually getting at the moment. I don't know if Red actually has any sort of larva to use. No, he does not. Just 4 Oh, that's a lot of phoenixes. How many is that? That's actually 10 phoenixes? No, that can't be it. Right there, it's 8 phoenixes, but there are 2 more on the map. There they are. But they're just moving and not actually killing anything. The spire is being built for red. You might actually just get those corruptors for just the main army, but still, it's actually not gonna do a lot. Yeah, I killed the phoenixes, but after that, Hasuobs can just move to Void Race, and oh wow, that snipe on the phoenixes were just amazing. But carriers for Hasuobs, we're actually going to see carriers in a game. How long has that been since carriers have been actually used? I haven't actually seen them in forever. Now the force field here was amazing. The Zerg did get sniped pretty easily, while the rest of the army couldn't do anything. So it's an awesome force field trap for red, and another force field trap from Hasuobs. He just can't get in, but he did just manage to lock himself inside. So red is going to decide, I'm gonna go for his base, just kill him, try to destroy it. But the carriers are almost out, but they take so long to get in. 2 minutes to actually just be warped in. The gateway and the forge was just destroyed. A couple of pylons as well. The battle's not looking good for Hasuobs, and GG. Good game from Hasuobs. That mass Hydralisk did a ton of damage, and the roaches were just there to tank damage. And that didn't actually need a lot of roaches. It needed enough to take the damage, while the Hydralisk just sat in the back and dealt enough hits. That was an awesome game, an awesome ZvP from these 2 players, and it was just an awesome example of how Hydralisks just work against some sort of a gateway and Stargate sort of army. You really need those Colossi to actually just kill those Hydralisks. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.